haven't seen a sack full of dwarven gyros lying around, have you? I'd swear I left it right here. Do you think mud crabs might have taken it? I saw one the other day. Wouldn't be surprised if it followed me here. Oh, just look around, will you? Isran? Wants me? No, you must be mistaken. He made it exceedingly clear the last time we spoke that he had no interest in my help. I find it hard to believe he's changed his mind. He said some very hurtful things to me before I left. Anyway, I'm quite happy in my current pursuits. So if you'll excuse me... Vampires. Really? Oh, and I suppose now he remembers that I proposed no less than 3 different scenarios that involved vampires overrunning the population. Well, what are they up to? Well, that's actually something I never would have anticipated. Interesting. I'm not sure what they would do with one, but in this case, Isran is probably correct in thinking it isn't good. All right. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what's going on so I can better defend myself. But I'm not just going to abandon what I've been working on here. It's too useful. I need at least 1 intact dwarven gyro. So either I need to find the satchel those mud crabs stole, or I need another gyro from someplace. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you? I'm sorry, but I'm not about to do that with at least a single gyro to show for my efforts. I understand that, but I really can't leave here without at least 1 usable piece of dwarven equipment. A single gyro would be enough, I think. Believe me, this is useful stuff. Well, then I'm very sorry, but I can't just walk away from this project yet. All right, then. Just 1 gyro. 1, and I can get back to work. Where are they? Until next time. What would mud crabs want with my satchel anyway? What would mud... I understand. A single gyro would be enough, Thank you. Now, where is it, Isran? I'll finish up here and head in that direction as soon as I can. See you there.
Khajiit guards your back. Jezargo only has so much room to carry things. Lead on, friend.
You there! Hold fast! I've tracked this damned bear for 2 weeks. I'll not let it have any more victims. Ithron needing someone else's help. Never thought I'd hear that. I'm afraid he's a few years too late. I've moved on. I have more important business to attend to. Besides, he can handle anything alone. He assured me so himself. What could he possibly need my help with? Vampires? That might change things. Tell me more about what's going on. By the 8th. Alright, look. I'll consider it. But I can't just leave this bear to prey on more innocent people. Once it's dealt with, then perhaps I'll see what Ithran expects of me.
We have found...
Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks. You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Ithran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon, I assume. Of course. He's been working his own little... I'll meet you there.
You lost?
I'm sorry to hear that. It was my honor to have you as a patron. Please let your steward know if you want to hire me again.
Need something?
All right, Isran. You've got us all here. Now, what do you want?
Hold it right there.
What are you doing?
Making sure you're not vampires. Can't be too careful. So, welcome to Fort Dawnguard. I'm sure you've heard a bit of what we're up against. Powerful vampires, unlike anything we've seen before. And they have an Elder Scroll. If anyone is going to stand in their way, it's going to be us.
This is all well and good, but do we actually know anything about what they're doing? What do we do now?
We'll get to that. For now, get acquainted with the space. Soreen, you'll find room to start your tinkering on that crossbow design you've been working on. Gunmar, there's an area large enough for you to pen up some trolls. Get them armored up and ready for use. In the meantime, we're going to get to the bottom of why a vampire showed up here looking for you. Let's go have a little chat with it, shall we?
Cozy little place, isn't this?
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance. That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
This is fine for now, but we can't stay holed up here forever.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
This vampire showed up while you were away. I'm guessing it's the one you found in Dim Hollow Crypt. Says it's got something really important to say to you. So let's hear it.
You probably weren't expecting to see me again. I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you. It's important, so please just listen, before your friend here loses his patience. Well, it's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me. The reason I had it, and why I was down there, it all comes back to my father. I'm guessing you figured this part out already, but my father's not exactly a good person, even by vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it. It's pointless and vague, like all prophecies. The part he latched onto said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. That's what he's after. He wants to control the sun. Have vampires control the world. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll. I'm sorry. I had heard there were vampire hunters here. I thought they might want to know about a vampire plot to enslave the rest of the world. Was I wrong? Well, let's move then. I'm nothing if not persuasive.
All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now? Why? Because of that story about the prophecy, about some vampire trying to put the sun out? Do you actually believe any of that? Who knows? Maybe it has a death wish. Maybe it's just insane. I don't really care. It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me. Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father. But of course, neither of us can read it. Well, the Moth Priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away, in Cyrodiil.
Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your Moth Priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
Any idea how you're going to find a Moth Priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place. Well, back before the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. I'd come with you, but I don't know if I can trust your friend. Let me know if you want me along.
If anyone sneaks up on us, Jezargo only has so much room to carry things. We follow then.
If you want to come along, it has to just be me and you.
You're taking us somewhere warm, right? Really? Jizargo was having such fun. Ah, well, back to the college then.
I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And no one believed.
Were you looking for me? Of course. Let's go. Yes? This better not be all the things you just can't be bothered with.
The sands are cold, but Khajiit feels warmness from your presence.
Good to see. So you wish to master the arcane arts? I can certainly share a bit of what I know.
These sands are cold, but Khajiit feels warmness from your presence.
I'm quite pleased. Certainly nothing illicit going on here, Archmage. You can be quite sure of that.
I'm sure you've made note of who's been the most helpful during your time here, Archmage.
Perhaps we can go another few decades without it. You mean the official sort? But it may not be official, but there is a project I've been working on. I wonder if perhaps you could assist with it. What? No, goodness no. At least, I don't think so. No, it's just something I'd prefer to keep to myself. Just bring me some Dwemer cogs. I need to examine them for the methods used in forging them. 10 of them should be enough for me to get a better understanding of how they were crafted. That's all I need, all right? Perhaps we can go another few decades without it. I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
I'm sure you've made note of who's been the most helpful during your time here, Archmage.
All this knowledge might have been lost were it not for you. A moth priest? What in oblivion do you need a moth priest for? Fine, fine. No need to get your britches in a twist. The obvious answer is to go to the Imperial City. The moth priests make their home in the White Gold Tower. Sometimes they go out looking for Elder Scrolls. Lucky for you, there's a moth priest in Skyrim right now, doing just that. He stopped in to do some research in the library, then left for Dragonbridge. If you hurry, you might catch him there.
Jezargo had expected to be named Archmage, but there is still time. Until next time.
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
The chanting services are one of the few things that keep us in... I think we can... You already know all that I know. You've already learned all I could teach you.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance. Both the Imperials and Stormcloaks have sent riders this way, scouting the bridge and the lands nearby. They stayed at the inn but didn't pay. They said soldiers don't need to pay because they're risking their lives to protect us. And that's not all. They took a heap of our lumber, and one tried to have his way with my daughter. They think they can do whatever they want. Until next time. That spell looks dangerous. A moth priest? I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about that. Try asking one of the guards. Farewell.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
I'm fairly certain you wandered into the wrong building, friend.
One of the guards said he saw a mage appear out of thin air. Claimed it was one of their sigils.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
That spell looks dangerous. All right, then. Of course. It's all in this note.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
Hail, companion.
Don't think you can barter with me like one of those damned shopkeepers.
Citizen? You must be lost. I'm fairly certain you wandered into the wrong building, friend.
Fancy yourself an alchemist, hmm? Never could get the hang of that.
Have you met my husband? Well, don't bother. Nah, I don't think so. He promised. He even has some wolves guarding it. I swear. I should... If you want to try, but I'll keep my dagger sharpened just in case. You can help yourself to any drink you find, but bring me the bottle of Dragon's Breath mead. It's his favorite, so I know he has one there. All right, then.
I'm no fan of the sun. It would be better than this.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
That spell looks dangerous. Yeah, of course. It's all in this note. All right, then.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
That looks dangerous. I don't know what a moth priest is, but I did see an old man in a robe not long ago. He was riding in a wagon with some Imperial guards. They didn't stop to visit, though. They rode through town, heading south, and went across the big bridge. It was only just a little bit ago. I bet you can catch them if you hurry up.
Bye.